opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that moving. MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them, this is my ship, I'ma jack it like let 'em in, y'all better not let 'em in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a big bull in this element, yeah, say you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my way, watch out, step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got it all, but I'ma get it here, watch out, touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that, big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that, work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that, had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been petty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that moving. MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them, this is my ship, I'ma jack it like let 'em in, y'all better not let 'em in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a big bull in this element, yeah, say you gon' pull up, then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my reign, watch out, step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got it all, but I'ma get it here, watch out, touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that, big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that, work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that, had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking. Even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, yeah.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Let's see, is everything working? Can't, let me see. Let's see. Sounds like it is. How's everyone? Hello, Janice, Scott, Bessem, Mart, Oluwatosin, is that right? Samuel, Scott, Pablo, the Chromebook trader, and Tom. And I'm sure there's loads coming in. So good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well. And there was some news this morning. Looks like it. Let's change the camera. Fortunately, I can't hear the music. I don't know why. You look American. American with an English accent. It's getting cold here, so you need jumpers in Boston. Look at this gap, guys. We're gapping down twice on the pound dollar. So we're going to see what we're going to do with this. So I'm waiting for a little bit of a break of structure here. We've got a little bit of a setup going on. This mini sort of breaker happening here, creating the low here, high there. Now it's coming below and we're pushing high. I want to see that burst up, come to retest that level, and that's the area where we're going to get interested in. We've got no positions on, so we need to change that. That morning news just blew my account. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see the world. How big is that move? Let's see why you blew your account. You shouldn't be able to blow your account on one trade. Let's see. Discord link is going to come up very soon. Give me a second. Today's going to be a shorter session. We've got the Vanguard Q&A at 11 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock UK time. So we're going to be doing about 1 hour and about 2 hours. Might have to finish a bit early. Let's see what we get. Let's find the Discord for Caddy. Invite, copy Discord link. Here we go. I'll go there, and then we'll pin it. Pin message. There you go. Cali, not Caddy. Right, so as you know, we're trading the TFT, this one here. I did try to enter. It looks like it was a bad entry to go in since the news were coming up yesterday. But what happened is, because I'm not used to trading New York times, I placed a trade after hours and the spread was so big. Luckily I was able to close it for $37. And then, yeah, I was a bit annoyed that I didn't see that spread happening. So I looked here and it was like, it was 1 now. And when I entered, I pressed buy, it did like 147 or something. I came for $3 of TP while I was sleeping this morning. Hit stop loss for $20 instead of 800. That's annoying. That is annoying. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to trade this. I did some calculations. We're going to trade this with 4 lots. Not at, 2 lots. 4 lots. So we're going to put placing 1 lot per trade. And I'm going to reposition that. Now, I am going to be a bit careful with... Let's go on the 1 minute. Let's see. Taking the highs here. I think this level will be a nice area to get interested in. Mm, 1263. Where did it close? Let's go on the 5 minute. Let's see what that looks like on the 5 minute. It's on that order block there. We need to analyze a little bit. We need to analyze. It's weird not having the music in my ears. It's annoying. You get it. Okay, that's cool. Don't know why it does that, OBS. Let's go to this one. Pound USD. Where was my pound dollar? If you remember what we talked about yesterday on this move, take these guys out for now. We were talking about, where is it? Was it 1 hour? This one here. We said that if this breaks, we would want to see a retest right there. So if we go on the 15 minute, and that kind of happened. If I show you this, you see how it came up, broke above, found support there, and then headed its way up. And we had some news this morning, which did this to the pound. Wow. Broke the previous daily lows. We need to put the previous daily highs and lows. Let's set up. This is creating a nice area of liquidity now. There's a big buyer at 126. There's institutional interest to not let the price go lower, it seems. But we'll see if that is being tested 3 times. So we'll see if the level breaks. And this is sell side liquidity. Previous daily, close this. So we're super discounted at the moment. And we've got a gap above. Midnight, we'll find that. I'm going to reposition the equilibrium. These are the daily ranges. 5. Close that. And then we just need the midnight open. So if we go midnight open 3:12, so they'll be there. This one here, I think. So open 1275. No, that's not it. So that is 127475. So we need to adjust that. That's not that one. That one. All right. So we went up, traded above the midnight open, New York midnight open, and crashed down with the news. Tapped into this sell side liquidity, and now price is looking heavy. Let's see what the news is. Dollar strengthens as Eurozone activity contracts. S&P global sentiment. Let's bring the news up. Euro news, a lot of Euro news, and PMI 945. So there's more news coming, guys. More news coming. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, who we got? We got Darren, Tom, Dion, welcome, Rajiv. Let's see, we got Jan. You were setting up silver bullet indicator yesterday. Yeah, I do like this combination because it's quite neat. The one I've decided on having. So if I go on the 1 minute, so silver bullet obviously starts at 10 o'clock today. You can see this is the silver bullet PM session within the London kill zone. So it kind of highlights where it starts and where it finishes. So I like adapting indicators to my needs. You see here, like London Open, we took the Asian highs, Judas move, broke above the midnight open, right? And then a delivered price, distributed price all the way down. Wow. Came down into New York kill zone down. How many pips was that? 92 pip move on the London kill zone. So a bit more volatility, and obviously for the news, but for August, that's quite big. And then we're going to see here what we're going to do. How we're going to trade our TFT account. We have that lovely gap here on the 5 minute. Actual gap. Don't like that we have news though. That's the only thing. We have a nice little gap there. I would have liked this to be the only news for the day. Got that gap there with this block here. So I think an entry there would be nice. Do I think that pound can drop below 126? It's big news. So Russell, any concerns for the news releases out of the US later? Yes, absolutely. That's what we were looking. We see, let's do more. 9:45. It's in pretty much 20 minutes. We're going to get PMI and flash service. So that's definitely going to move the pound dollar. So we need to keep an eye on that. The dollar index. It's retracing off that peak. Where did it reach? Didn't quite get to 104. 103.982 is retracting now, which means the pound dollar's pushing. So we're getting that nice little break over what we were looking for. Let's go on the 15-minute. Got the swing low here. Taking out liquidity below the swing. Push up. We'll see what entry we can get. How are we doing on the likes, guys? 30 likes. We can do better than that. We can do. I know it's a Tuesday morning. I'm quite tired. But let's press those like buttons. So we're pushing a little bit high on the pound dollar prior to the news of the PMI. We'll see. My senses is that that gap's going to be filled, but I'm not just going to trade it because I see the gap. I want to see a bit of a nice structured entry. How am I planning to trade the new account? So the main thing about this account is survivability at the moment. So the plan is, let's have a look at it. I need to keep an eye on the trade as well there. So where is it? Let me just open the trade here so we can see what's going on whilst we're talking about TFT. And the new challenge that we put through. I haven't done a challenge since the boot camp. So we'll see how it goes. I passed the boot camp trading differently, if you remember. I traded like a scruffy trader with the levels, and it worked really well. So we need to see. That low was really nice there. So obviously our bias is long. We're looking for a long setup, even though the news have been very negative on the pound dollar. We're looking for a long setup, but the conditions need to be right. Let's turn these off for a second. So we have this big move here, right? This is the big move that just happened. If we close above the 23, let's see how long we got. This is an hour, so we've got time. Let's go on a 15-minute. If this candle closes above the 23.6, retraces into this area of the fair value gap, I'm going to enter. If it doesn't, and it continues its way, then good riddance. Let's see if it closes. It's got 2 minutes to see if it closes. Don't be surprised if price comes and taps into the fair value gap, even if the news is positive for the pound dollar. That can happen. Since we have news, I'm gonna touch base on the challenge and how we're gonna trade it in a bit. I just don't want to miss any moves here. Where's the MT5? Let's go on the 15-minute. Nice little area there of interest now. We've broken the high, so this is a nice little breaker happening. I want music. Where's the music? You can hear it, I can't. So annoying. Okay, it's pushing higher. That's a nice aggressive push. And let's see. So on the hour, that's what we're looking. Let's put the fib here as well, actually. My phone is not charging. That's another problem. I do need to have battery on the phone for you to watch it. 10%. That's not charging. Let me sort that out for you guys. Price is pushing higher nicely. Let's go. So that closed 23. That gives me nice confidence that this is going to retrace the 50%. Now the question is it going to give us an entry? That's all we want. We're going to be patient. We've got news coming up in about 14 minutes. Check into your state. How's your state? Are you anxious? Are you nervous? Are you eager to get involved? So this is what we've seen. Intermediate low there. Intermediate high there. And this is the break. So what we're expecting is for the price. Where is my price? Ghost feed. To come down, tap in this area. How about I want to be a bit lower than this. I would like this entry instead of that. That's the breaker entry. But I want to get lower. Strong push. And we have this on the side here in case we have to enter. Let's see. Who we got in? Who's here? Alex. What bootcamp? Bootcamp is my main account that I trade. It's currently in a swing trade, so I'm not day trading that until we get some further information about what's happening with that 3% daily drawdown. Looking at the daily dollar index, we can see the magnet for price is volume imbalance from 8th of June. Let's have a look. Ooh, I see what you mean. 8th of June, yeah. I would like to see like a gap instead of that imbalance there. Price has been traded on this wick. I know ICT calls it is it called imbalance? I think volume imbalance. So it has been traded, and you're right that there's not enough buyers and sellers being satisfied with what's traded here. But would that be magnet? Looks like it is. We'll see. Biggest thing for me as a magnet is the 104. that is where price wanted to go to, and it went very close, failed to tap directly to the pip on the dollar index. Let's make that 4. Pretty much did. So if you were trading anything around 104. So now the question is this going to come and find this level here, which coincides with that Fibonacci level that we talked about, the 61.8. So it'll be interesting to see. Day done, Tom. Happy days. Nice, and I would say early, but you're in the UK, so it's late for you. Let's see. Pound dollar. 15 minutes. Where are you? Having a bit of a response on that fair value gap there, which is, what level is that? We're currently, we've definitely closed above 23, so anticipating price to come around 126880 with a high probability. However, we want it to do a little bit of a retrace so we can get an entry in this. Will it come this low though? That's the question. Look at that. That fair value gap. It's exactly the same size as this fair value gap. That is where the actual gap is on the 61.8. All right, so this is what we're thinking. That is the new area where we want to get involved. Let's close that. So depending on the setup, this is a nice setup. So I think I'm going to go in with a 2 lot and just have tight stops. Obviously, you know, I trade repositioning quite a lot, but for this challenge, until we get some buffer, and it also has a daily drawdown, so we need to be a bit picky with our entries. Also, we need to keep an eye on the spreads. So we've got good spread there, and 2 to 3. Zoom in. So 2 is quite expensive, so it will be for us $14 to enter this trade. So we need to make $14 plus 10 pips, so that will be $200. 214, that's what we're looking for. With 2 lots, I can reposition once, right? Because I'm going to do a total of 4 lots exposure. So I could decide to enter with 1 lot if I think that the price can come and retest lower before it goes into that gap area. So I get a better entry, and then I can reposition that trade. Or I can just go in with 2 lots and just wait for it to do trade out. If I'm wrong about this, see how much that's going to cost us down here. It's probably going to be like $500, $600. So we need to be quite, let's see what happens here. I do want to be involved in this. So I keep changing my mind, eh? Conditions are changing. So I do want to be involved in this. But we do have news in 6 minutes. Tone your conditions down. Like, I was a bit anxious then. I was a bit eager to get in. I was talking about 4 lots, so we need to calm down. We need to calm down. Reset. If you're in the Vanguard group, you know what my what noises you hear when I'm trying to reset. my body and mind status. So that needs to happen right now. Five minutes. Let's see the news, have the news live. So we have that interest to enter there. I think we're going to go with 0.5. 5 pip. £5 per point. 5 points per dollar. That sounds right because we've got news, so we're not going to overexpose ourselves. And we do want it to come back to this high. Even though there's a fair value gap there, we want it to come back to confirm the breaker, which is the swing low to the high, taking liquidity below, breaking above, refinding that level there. Good setups for August. Let's zoom out a bit. That doesn't look very nice there. So we know we're 23 above. We know that this is the area where we are looking for to get out. So we just need to see what entry we can get. We've got a nice little fair value there, which I'm going to delete because we're not going to enter that fair value, even though it is nice. So now I can delete that. Oh no, I wanted that. This one here needs to be in. I can delete this fib if it lets me. Okay, so that high there is about 50%. So that's why we're going to be getting out. But we do want a price to retrace back down. And it will do in 3 minutes. Now, if this is a huge spike to the downside, I'm happy to get anywhere around 102.6. And I will get... If it spikes down, I will be getting in with a bigger lot, with a 1 lot. So we need to be quick and adaptable. Hi Alex, when will I be doing live London vids again? That's 3 a.m. for me here, so that's not going to happen until we get back to Bali, which is going to be really nice, 2 o'clock. 2 minutes, guys. Let's stay on the charts and then we can chat about this. Davidson, welcome. New person here. Welcome to the Conscious Day Traders group. Come on. Come on. 2 minutes. Okay. It's so weird not having the music in my ears. It's almost like I need it to calm me down as well. Nice, cool music put together for these lives. And I'm also going to look into which region of Bali do I live in. So I bought a house, well, I've leased the house in an area called Chemagi, which is near Canggu. Rafa, Yanis, did you use the breaker before? I'm here since January and haven't seen you talk about them before. Yeah, I did a video on the breaker, Rafa. Go and check it out. It's pretty cool. And if you think about it, it just makes sense. Makes sense. We've got a drive of price. This is the spike down. This is the actual distribution of price and spike down to push the price lower, showing intentions for heaviness. Let's see if it gives us. Right, so it's pushing higher. We're about 38% now. I need my fib. I need my fib in there. 38.2, haven't closed above. So this is a 5 minute. Let's see. This could be a Judas move of the news. Ubud, I love Ubud. The only thing I don't like when you have a kid, there's so many mosquitoes, and with dengue hanging around and all that, it's just better to be away from monkeys and jungle-based flying lizards that you get in Bali. However, there are lots of those in Canggu as well, but obviously it's a bit open field, rice fields. And we do like the water. Right, let's see if this is classic breaker now, right? This looks so clean. So we'll see if ICT has this nailed down to the T. And you can see how the different concepts come together. We have interest on the 61.8, that gap there. That is a price gap. So it's interesting to see how price is going to close it. And we've got a gap up here as well. So there's interest, a lot of interest to push to the upside, to cover those areas. Price is having a bit of it's kind of rejecting. I didn't use them before, Rafa, before I did the videos. Like I said, I only use what I dig deep in and understand. Same with the silver bullet, same with the Judas move, same with the breaker. If it makes sense to me and it fits into my strategy. You've also heard me in the past. That's why I'm very apprehensive of like being so what's the word? Precise when it comes to like repositioning or ways of trading, because I do trade differently. Like August is a very slow month, but then you get a move like this. So what happens on a slow month when you get actual volatility and volume? Does the price rebound like it would in normal months? This is something that we need to see if it's going to happen. This might be a great setup in a January, sort of December, February. But here it might not do that. It might just kind of crawl down and just consolidate where they push the price, because the volume is not there. Because everyone's at the beach having caipirinhas. So this is the price. Let's see what discount of this move is. So this is the low and this is the high. Come on now. Exactly on 50% is where the breaker line is. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So retracement of that move to 50% is exactly on the breaker line. Coincidence? Now the question is, what size are we getting involved in this? Because this can take the lows if we're wrong. So I want to be able to handle a liquidity grab below here, around the 126. I don't think we're going 125s today. I don't think so. Could be wrong. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Go on, guys. Let's have another push on the likes. We're at 58. Let's hit 70. Let's do that. Let's hit 70. That'll make me happy. I give you stuff. You give me stuff. Everyone's happy. The only reason people on YouTube ask for likes is because this content then is distributed to more people, and more people can see it. That's the only reason. It's not like a feed me the likes. Is literally a distribution of content. YouTube has an algorithm that says more likes, push this content to more traders. Less likes, throw this content down in the bin and have someone like a Patrick, you know who I'm talking about, and throw him up there because he gets more likes. That's how it works, unfortunately. Unfortunately, if you do get likes. Okay, we're kind of starting to. I think it is going to come back. It is going to come back to that breaker before we hit that 50%, and it is a really nice push. So that would give us a nice profit. It would definitely give us the 10 pips that we're looking for. I went short on euro dollar. Nice clear move above previous daily low. Above previous daily low, do you mean previous daily high? And OT inside bearish order block. Wish me luck. Good luck. Sending all the good vibes. Recenter ourselves. Back into the 38 zone. So what was the news release? Was it good news? Was it bad news? Let's see. Where is it? They're like, come on, dude, get involved. Need to refresh, I think. Oh, bad news for the dollar. Bad news for the dollar, bad news for the euro, bad news for the pound. So that's why we're seeing this sort of, everything is having bad news. So the stronger pair is holding, and obviously the dollar is being strong at the moment. So that's why you're seeing that resistance to push higher. But we'll see. Give us the entry, give us the entry. So let's calculate something. If we enter where we want to enter, so we go here. I was like, that's not the bad dollar. Now we tapped into that fair value gap, haven't we? So there might be a push up. This would give us the entry we want because we are currently in that area of fair value gap, tapped into it, and now price can very easily push higher on the dollar index. So let's see, this is the breaker that we talked about. This is the area we want to be involved. How are we doing on the battery? 40%, good. So this is the push now that's happening from this push up. Dollar index is going up. We've got that fair value gap in there. These are two areas that I want to be involved in trading. Here, super. This is going to be our first entry, second entry. Let's do a little bit of, if we enter here, and that's our stop. How far is that? How far is it? So calculations. 30 pips. So that's $150 on a 5. More news in 4 minutes, says Russell. What news are they? Are they yellow news? Orange? Are they red? Let's go filter, orange. Add the orange, add the yellows, add those, apply all. I mean, we've got consumer confidence and new home sales. Yeah, that is kind of big news. 4 minutes to go. I don't know why they don't. Maybe I should have it all open so we don't miss something. There's no way you can enter here, right? There's nothing here to enter. Unless you're entering down here on the sweep of the sell side of this here. So it's tapping into that. So it took out sell side and then it formed pushback into that fair value gap there. So you could enter there, but that's quite high risk, right? High risk. Price is pushing up into the 38 zone. I think it's going to leave us behind, isn't it? Oh well. It's better to miss a trade that you've analyzed and you know where you want to get in and it doesn't give you that. That's okay. That's okay. You've done your analysis correct. It's almost like, you know, you're getting a penalty and then you miss it, but you did get the penalty. So you put yourself in an opportunity where you can make money. The direction was right. It just didn't give you an entry. And that's fine. You will get these, especially in August. You will get that. Now we're going to see if this is going to close above 38. Close above 23. Closing above 38. High probability that we're getting into that yellow zone here. So if you were on the risk attitude and you got in there, we're looking about 63 pips, 53 pips. If we get in, what time is it? Now this is going to be silver bullet time, isn't it? Silver bullet time. Where is the liquidity draw? Where is the most obvious liquidity draw? Obviously is this fair value gap. Also the actual gaps on the 5 minute on my broker, but on this broker there's no actual gaps. I need to change the broker. I don't know enough how much one broker to another has a huge impact on filling the gaps, or how much the brokers can actually manipulate price to fill in their orders and their gaps. Appreciate the likes, guys. We're hitting 84. That's a lot better than yesterday. So getting back into the groove. What is the silver bullet time? Here you go. Let's do this the easy way. I'm going to go on to this one and you can take a picture of this. London session, 3 a.m. This is -4 on this time here, New York time. New York time. So you go on this and you look at 3 to 4, 10 to 11, 2 to 3, 2 to 3 afternoon session. It says Tokyo just because I can't change the name. Breaking above the 38.6. All right. 38.2. It's annoying when you don't get that entry, isn't it? But that's it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And 5 till 2 is afternoon 5 till 2. What have I done here? Wait, 3. That's the London silver bullet. That's the New York silver bullet. That's the PM session silver. I've got it off. That's why. I was like, okay, what's happening there? So let's turn that on, and now you'll see that color coming up just now. So where's the liquidity draw? Obvious liquidity draw. 50% of retracement. Fair value gap. Strong push down. Hey Dust, nice to see you. Long time. I am on holiday, yeah. Holiday, and I'm being naughty and trading and doing live streams. I did say to my wife that the only thing I'm going to be doing is the Vanguard Q&As every Wednesday that we do them, and it's going to start in an hour for the Vanguard membership on a Discord. And she was like, yeah, let's see how long you last without trading and doing lives. But I did really well. My wife's Jen's mother is here, so Leo's grandmother is taking over with a bit of babysitting, so I can get away with doing some of these sessions. I've turned my account into a swing trade main account, and now I've opened TFT, which is a challenge. Where is it? There is dashboard. This one here, which we started, we need to make 10%. We've made $50 so far, 10 pips yesterday. We've made 0.05%. We need to make 10K, guys. We need to up our game here. We are able to go into a 6,000 daily drawdown. So that's the update from the US. Euro USD reached the 61.8. Yeah. I definitely think we're closing this gap. My only thing is, am I going to be in this trade? That's the only thing. If it comes back down and hits that breaker, which is, if my money is anything around ICT concepts, I do believe they do work like really, really well. So I'm anticipating a push down to this area here. When that happens, I want to push this price up. And yesterday was so weird. When I entered on, the market closes at 5 p.m. States time, right? And there's a moment where the Asian hasn't started yet. So there's a gap between Asian market and New York close. But I never trade that because I'm in the UK. So I didn't know that this spread here from 3 is going to go to 180. So I think it was 5:30 when it happened. And I saw the price doing this, something, where was it? Zoom in. It came down 22nd. It came down here, and I wanted to trade it back up into that 50%. And I already had a trade in, so I could leave that on. And then I entered another one, and the trade jumped up here. And as soon as I opened it, it was like minus $100. And I'm like, what? I just wanted to enter here. So I had to deal with that trade. I closed it for minus 37. Where is it? Minus 37 there. The spread. Luckily, I just put one position. I didn't put two. But the spread was crazy. So I'm so glad I did that. And it kind of worked out before all this happened, because that would have been a disaster as well. Spreads, man. The traders hate spreads. Trading wise, Sean, I hate this time zone. I don't like being in New York. I can't trade. I only get one opportunity. Like now, I have to beg this price to come down. Oh, it's Danis. Yes, you are right about ACAP. Let's see. Maybe I should have gone with Think Markets because they did offer the option. I don't know if I can actually change the broker whilst I'm in the challenge. Can I change it? Don't know. Give me that push down. Give me that push down. Price has been quite bullish. Look at it melt down after it hits that 61.8. Go back to the 125s. I can't, says Marty. So I'm stuck with 8 cap. Let's hope they're an Aussie company. So nightcap. Yeah, so luckily I found out without doing a lot of harm to my account. I've started trading, so I can't change it. I need to let them know. Let's see. I need to let the Vanguards know that we are getting ready for our Zoom call. Zoom call. Yeah, there's unfortunately for a lot of people that are in the Vanguard membership on our Discord, they are from the UK. So this 11 o'clock time, 4 o'clock UK doesn't really work. So we don't have. I'm doing this for the United States people, Eastern time zone. This is a good time for you, but when we go to Bali, I think the times are going to change back to UK. One, because a lot of more people will be involved in that, and obviously the Q&As are for you guys. So I do want to offer, the best time for you guys. So let's do this. So when we're back in Bali, expect what we'll do is we'll do the live, and we can decide if we want to do it before the live of trading or after. That'll be good, so we don't miss. Maybe we don't miss that Wednesday live. Vanguards. Where are they? Here they are. In 50 minutes. Today is quite a cool discussion. It's all, I won't give it away, it's a bit of a surprise, but it's all about how you can become the consistent trader that you can be. Adrian, I'm in Australia. Please do UK. I'm too drunk now. Love it. You might find the best setups in Adrian. You might see the market in a different way. You need to be at the chats at 8:30 to have great setups in the New York session. swept the previous weekly low and delivered 50 pips swept. Yeah, maybe we need to do earlier. Wow, this one is unpredictable here. You can't predict this. Anyway, I would be trading what I'm looking for now. I wouldn't be trading this move. Or shorting this move. That would be hard. The Flippin' Fox. Best name on YouTube. Hi, how are you doing? Oh wow, the likes have increased. We're at 90, guys. That's big. That's 90 likes in an hour. That must be a record. Come on, price. Push the way down. Push down. Push down. Don't go up yet. We want to go up, but don't go up yet. Come back to that 126,460 exactly. And then I can throw a 2 lot in. Dum 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 dum. Zen Space, I'm good, man. How are you? What are we doing? We are waiting for price. That's what we're doing. Waiting for price. Too much scalping whilst drunk. As long as you're making money, that can be part of your strategy, Adrian. You'll be like, my new strategy after hours. Randomly generated username? What an amazing random name. That was pretty cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll the Discord, guys, I'm gonna have a bit of a cleanup because on the Discord, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna speak to Marcel as well. Because this is the free version, right? The Guild Hall. But we also have 679 members, but only 443 have clicked on the rules. Or I'm gonna introduce. I don't want dead members. You know what I mean? I don't want this to be a server just to have a server. There's no point in that. So if there's not enough activity in this, it doesn't make sense for me to like, I just need to clean out a lot of members, and I'll just see when, people that are not partaking in conversations and things like that. And I understand someone might be on holiday or whatever, this might not be for you, but I think clogging the server with members that are inactive doesn't do a lot for the individuals that want to learn of trading. So for sure, where'd it go? I need to think. I don't know enough on how. Maybe I remember someone was quite a genius on Discord stuff here. So what I think I want to do, I want to clean out all the members that are either bots or I don't know how you do that, how you can see inactive people. I'm just going to clear it out. I would rather have 100 people in there that are there to create a community, get involved. Maybe I'll do it through the submissions. That would give me a good understanding of where everyone's at. But I generally don't want to have a Discord that's pointless. I would rather close it. Right, we are in. Where is it? It has started. It has started. we are in silver bullet mode. All right, so breaker structure still not tapped into. Liquidity draw is here, guys. This is the liquidity draw right here, all the way to the previous daily low. This is where the liquidity grab is. Can you trade that? Can you trade that? You can. 37 pips all the way up here to 50 pips. So there is a valid entry here. Now your risk tolerance is, this is the move. This is where discount is. So it makes sense to enter here, even though the price can go up there. We're not at a discount move on this push. So at the moment it's pushing, pumping, but we haven't seen that retraction. It has attempted twice to get back in. They keep pushing it up, sharp down. So it hasn't given us a nice entry yet. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen any moment. It just means that we are going to be patient. I think you need to remove inactive members manually. You can search the messages by member name to see if they have been active in the past. Good idea. That will take me a long time though. That will take me a very long time. There must be a clever way. We've got artificial intelligence. We've got so many things that go for us. Actually, let's do that. Let's ask AI. Have you heard of ChatGPT? GPT? I'm sure you have. How can I remove Discord inactive members? Let's see what it comes up with. I love ChatGPT, man. It's so clever. It's not clever, it's just finding results from the internet. This is what it came back up. Define an activity criteria. Determine what you consider to be inactive. This could be a certain period of time without any activity on the server, such as not some. Announce the cleanup before taking any action. Okay, I'll do that. Definitely do that. That you're conducting a cleanup on an activity that gives them a chance. I can see the pound dollar pushing on those new highs. It's pushing too high too soon. Create an inactivity role. Create a role specifically for identifying inactivity members. You can name it something like inactive or cleanup. Assign this role to all your members who meet the defined inactivity. Oh, that's a good idea. So you don't chuck them, you just make them inactive. Give the members a week. After the grace period, identify members who cannot meet activity criteria you've set. You can do this manually by checking activity on each member. That's exactly what you suggested. Once the deadline has passed, you can begin to remove. Document the process. Repeat periodically. Okay, so there's no clever way. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it manually. Get my wife to do it. My wife is so busy. If you think I'm busy, my wife is like 10 times busier. She's writing a book right now. It's going bestseller. And when it comes out, I'll tell you, because you'll see it in the airport shelves. I'm so proud of her. She's definitely not got time to do my inactivity on Discord. I asked chat how to scalp Forex, and it said it's not possible, too much risk. We are scalpers. I would say I'm a scalper. I'm just scalping 10 pips. So it's definitely possible. AI's got it wrong. Would you take it at the top or the bottom of the block? So the actual entry has to be here on that purple line. That's where the breaker entry is. Adrian, you must be drunk. He will buy it for the next flight. The reason I'm saying that is because the book is all about healing the nervous system. I guess everyone, we all need that. We all need that. Right, let's see if it taps. I think it's definitely going to tap into this. Remember what we said? It's going to tap into that liquidity draw here. It's doing it right now. So that was a nice move of 15 pips. You could have taken 15 pips there. I don't usually scalp, but earlier today, Euro hit my target in 3 minutes after entry. I love that when that happens. Still in silver bullet mode until 11. News came out, what's this? Comment, sterling slides post PMI as UK rates advantage erodes further. The Lux Algo delivered 12 pips. I don't like when indicators do something for you. Do you know what I mean? I would rather you, Tom, say, I found this setup and I made 12 pips. Am I still trading on the fivers? Yes, I have a swing trade on right now on the pound dollar, a long swing trade. Started from before holidays, so I'm going to hold that. Because I think as soon as I pass the next milestone, which is 275,000, as of now, there's going to be a 3% daily pause. All right, so this is nice. This is tapping into this now. We've hit 50%. What did I say, guys? It's going to happen. It is gonna happen, and it just happened. Ta-ta! How much money did I make out of this? 0. In the golden zone, like we said. Why did I make 0? Because I didn't get an entry here. I wanted to get an entry here, so this now is gonna pile up, and it's pushing higher and higher and higher. And this one. So we'll see if it closes at the 50. This will be a nice entry for people who are going now short because it has retraced 50%. This is but you can see the angle of the push, right? It's quite a sharp push up. The candles are not slowly. It's not like a progressive. Where is it? Forecast. It's not a progressive up. Look at the difference. That's sharp. Going more. Uh, 61.8 looks like it's the next target, which is jumping up nicely. It's tackling. If it only came here, that would have been such a nice trade. Such a nice trade. Maybe I was too picky. All right, Juan. Instant funding, I have it here. It's ready to trade. I am going to trade. I've got a 10K instant fund. From what I've read, which is, where is it? Let me close some tabs. I've got so many tabs open. All right, so here it is. If we go rules. So this is instant funding. Profit target, no target, obviously, because this is an instant account. Daily loss limit, 0. That's something that I really like for my repositioning. Max loss, conventional, 8%. Double conventional, 16%. So there's no daily, but there's a fixed. I can deal with that. Because I can calculate that. I'll tell you, Zen, what that means. Time limit, no. Conventional, no. Scale, target, 10%. Every 10%, they're going to double the account. Scale, double the account each time. That's huge. So we've got 10, 20, 40, 80, and then it gets big. 160, 320. Dream on. 640 and then $1 million. So it's very quick scalability. 8% on the fixed 8% is not bad. I would like it better, obviously, because what is 8% of 10,000 is just $800. That can't be right. Wait. Is that right? So maybe, yeah. So if I lose, because I bought it for like, I think like $400, $500. So they've given me $800 that I can trade instead of $500. If you take the drawdown down. So we need to build that buffer up. But when you build that buffer up, so let's say we build that into, because I'm only trying to get 10%. That's only $1,000. I'm trying to hit $1,000. So that's going to be easy. It will take some time, but it shouldn't be hard to hit. So if we double the account 3 times, so it goes 20, 40, 80. So on an 80,000 account, we have suddenly $6,400 we can lose in a day or in the account. But these exponential, because it doubles every time. So we're trying to make 8K, 10% of that. When we meet 8K, which we've done confidently in the last year, the next one is 160,000, which is 12,800. So that is the target. If you're able to get the instant funding to 160,000, then you're in good territory, because then the next one is 320. So I think the hard bit of the instant fund is going to be getting through these early stages. Because when you get past those early stages, and create that buffer, and that 8% drawdown becomes a bit more manageable. Look at that. It didn't tap into that fair value, did it? Or that actual gap? Not yet. So then that will be good. Zen, the 3% change in the bootcamp, which is happening in September. I don't know if it's going to happen. We're still in talks. They value feedback from traders, so I'm pushing hard on that not to happen. And I know people that are also emailing them. Also, if you feel like that you don't like the 3% daily drawdown on the bootcamp, make sure you email them, because that does affect if it's going to go in or not. So the 3% daily drawdown is if you have a 250,000 account and your account hits 7K, any trades you have on there, they're going to close them for a loss. So for me, with repositioning, that is, especially if I want to swing trade that account, that is too tight. And like, as I'm growing, like, if you think of 3% is not big, the account needs to be humongous for it to have a big safety. The other problem I have with the 3% is that every day that 3% resets on your equity. So let's say I've built some buffer of 50K in there. So I've left my 50K of profits to create that safety. That's only going to close my accounts at 3%. So it's not going to allow me to use that 50,000 as a buffer. It's going to close it at 7 on your daily trade. So that is the issue I have with it. I've made it very clear with them, and we're still in discussions about it. Did that make sense to you, Zen? If not, I can try and make it land in a different way. Took hold, rated, got to bag 9R. Nice. So we went all the way up to 127. Did we hit 127? Where is our trading view? Did we hit 127 on this candle? We did. 127.012. Target. Boom. So now there might be a bit of a pushback. Let's put that line in of the 127. Change that to price label 127. Text. Okay, look at that. Tapped into that price. Boom. And pushing, starting to push down. This is still that would be the silver bullet that we talked about. We wanted a liquidity draw. We delivered that liquidity draw. However, where is the next? Because we're still in it. We're half an hour in it. So where is the actual liquidity draw now that we've tapped into this area here? So obviously we have here the midnight open, which has the fair value gap, buy side liquidity above here, 61.8 on a monthly level. So that's a big level. Just remind me, Adrian, was CDDT? I'm so bad with acronyms. If you remind me what that means. The bootcamp is still the best. I agree. Bootcamp allows freedom. It allows overnight trading, week trading, holding a pound dollar trade over the weekend is pretty much nothing, like 50p or something. It's amazing. I love the fibers. I'm being selfish and want the best for me. And I know what works for me and has worked for me in the past, and I want that to happen. $127. All right, so this here is the liquidity draw that we talked about for the silver bullet. Ah, nice. I've got my own acronym. CDT. Sounds like a virus. I've caught CDT. You don't want to be... I'm being childish. Right, so this here is... It's your fault for telling me that you are drunk in Australia. That's what happens. Which is going to be very close to me soon. It's going to be close because we're based in Bali. I can't wait to be back in that house. It's just enormous. It's got a huge pool. Yeah, it comes with cleaning service. It comes with a driver. It comes with like... It's just next level of living. So I can't wait to get back to that. Which should be. We're booking tickets soon. So when that happens, and I'm going to give you a bit of, we're going to go back into the old days of how I did YouTube, which was my vlogging. There is a vlogging channel on there. It's not as big as this one, but there is a vlogging channel. Well, I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use the trading one, the Conscious Day Trader, to show you the backstage of how living full-time as a trader works out. I know, right? You get a driver. We have some help with the nanny. It's got the best coffee, best food, best facilities, gym. Oh, and I'm so unfit right now. I just need to get back into fitness. Can't believe how unfit I am. I've never been this unfit to the levels that I used to be. There was a time, 2016, I was probably the leanest I've ever been. It was bodybuilding time. Do you have a trade every day? We haven't had a trade yet. So this might be the non-day trade, Max. I tend to have swing trades on. Day trades, like I haven't seen a setup yet that I can take. The reason is, cause look at this. This push here didn't retrace, didn't give us an opportunity to get in. Now the algorithms know that. They know that I'm waiting, and institutional traders are waiting. So this can very easily come back to give us that entry before it breaks into this area. So don't be surprised if you suddenly see red candles coming in to get back into this level here of imbalance, of where the high stopped here. We broke above the 104 lags, guys. That's big. That's big. We did 3 hours live yesterday and we didn't hit that number. That's good. I appreciate that. All the London people, all the UK people were like, oh, why have you gone to USA? Let's get you back in the UK time zone. Let's trade the London Open. Guys, you're going to have 2 years of that when we go back to Bali. So don't worry. Alex, can you explain repositioning, please? And are you ever doing a video on it? I will definitely do a detailed explanation on the Vanguard in Discord. And you might be like, oh, of course, on the paid, the extremely expensive $19.99 a month. My concern is with repositioning is that it's not... let's take an example of the breaker, right? The reason I want to do it in the Vanguard is because I see them every week. So I can explain to them, I can say to them, look, this is what repositioning is. This is certain conditions that repositioning changes, because if you try and trade repositioning in August, you have to change it completely to how you trade it in February, or how you trade it on CPI or on NFP. So I'm very apprehensive to put it out there in detail, even though you can find it on my live trading, and Marcel has done a great job of hinting where they are and explaining them. However, that repositioning on that day might be different on the next day. So it's not rocket science, it's pound average approach. So let's say you have these 5 lines. You, instead of having one lot, you break it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So now you're basically, your aim is your worst entry to be recovered. So that will be taken out, and then you can use that entry here lower down. So as the price is going lower, you are getting better entries and killing the worst entries. That's pretty much it. And it changes drastically with market conditions. That's why I'm very apprehensive to tell you what, here's a system, go and use it. It's not like that, because you have so many options with repositioning. Now I gave you an example of 5 entries. If the conditions allow it to be 5 entries, then I will put 5 entries. If the conditions allow for me to risk just 2 entries, that means that I have to think, is this entry is going to be able to be repositioned by another entry on the 50, 61, 38, 73, 0. So it's not as simple as it sounds. The concept is simple, but actually trading it well, it takes experience, it takes that daily thing, conversations, and I wish it was just simple and I could do a video and just say, here you go. So that's why with the Q&As on the Discord, you can come and ask me and say, look, I did reposition like this and it didn't work. And I can be, yes, it didn't work because the conditions of the market was this. I hope that makes sense. It's almost like an evolving strategy, which evolves with the seasonality. It evolves with news, with certain conditions in the price action. And remember, this is on pound dollar. Pound dollar is quite a stable macro major pair. So if you take this and throw it into something like the DAX, good luck. DAX will just go in one direction for like a week, and you'll be like, well, I've repositioned, but my repositions have run out and I'm not turning back. So there's so many things you need to understand about the market conditions, the pair that you're trading. That's why I only trade the pound dollar. When I get it wrong, I learn something and I'm attuning myself to the pound dollar. I'm not attuning myself to 13 markets because I can't. I can't know how the pound is going to react on an NFP. I can't know how the euro dollar is going to react on this occasion, or the NASDAQ, or it's just, I don't get it. When someone says, have 13, let's say we get 13 markets. Am I on a rant here? I'm on a rant here. Let's say you got 13 markets, right? And you see this breaker structure. And every time you see this break structure, whatever the market is, Bitcoin, the DAX, just jump in and you try and trade it. What's the chance of that working? Just seeing the pattern. I would say about 60%, right? It might be a little bit more than 50%. Is that a good trading strategy? No, I want to be in the 90s, in the 99s, in the 80s. That's where I need to be, my win rate. So me understanding that let's talk about information that I've received right now. And I'm going to have to go soon because we're doing the Q&A. But take this trade today. Perfect structure for a breaker. What is this telling me? It didn't give me an entry, 1. It is the 23rd of August. So end of August, it hasn't given me an entry on a breaker after news. That's information that I can use. Can you do that on 13? Remember 13 pieces of information on different assets. I can't. I certainly can't. AI can probably do that. I can't. My brain is very limited when it comes to memorizing information on multiple assets. And other information that I know that the silver bullet worked here. Took out the midnight open, took out liquidity at equilibrium, hit the 61.8, and then it sold off for a lot more pips than it provided so many pips, for 50 pips. Did it work here? Yes, it did. That liquidity draw that we talked about, it worked there. So I know that this is a valid setup that I can take up and use. Does it mean I know that this works on every single currency pair? No. Does it mean that I can just suddenly go and add the Kiwi or the I don't know, like Dogecoin, or trade any other things? Might be, but you have to test it out and see what it works. He also told me, like today, what information did we get from the pound dollar? Price pushed down, pushed all the way down to sell side liquidity, found support at sell side liquidity, failed to hit the 126, right? This is information that we're not only learning it about pound dollar, but this is information for the next day. So now when I'm going to go tomorrow and trade, I know what's happened. It's like a book. I know exactly what's happening to the pound dollar. I can't do that on multiple assets, right? We failed to get to this level. We did go back up to 127. Really, really, really crucial information that I can find out. And I remember, failed breaker. Didn't give me a best entry. Could I have traded this? Yes. I could have traded it from sell side, get fair value, push back, got in, and I would have delivered that amazing trade. Would I been able to trade this with my repositioning? Yes. Yeah, very easily, because we're at a very discounted price. Look where the price is in relation to the previous daily high, low. We're still below the previous daily low. Look at that. We hit that sell side liquidity. Failed to take the lows below here. We got 126. This knowledge, guys, is gold. Is gold when you're trading an asset. So you need to have this depth of knowledge. So do you understand now why repositioning is entering here, breaking down 5 positions, taking off the worst entry, getting a better entry, and you let it, when it goes 10 pips, you close it? Does this sound like it's going to work? Hell no. It's not going to work. Conditions, market, price action, news, how you're feeling. Are you going to stick to risk? What risk you're going to be using? What lot you're going to be using? There's so many factors that come into it. And there will be a video on me explaining repositioning, but I can tell you now, a lot of people are going to lose money using it because they're not going to understand the framework that I'm trying to convey. And that's the danger with giving information to people that are not ready to receive that information. Why do you reposition so close? Who says that I do? Tristan. I don't know if you tuned in now, but repositioning can be close, can be wide, can be 10 pips, can be 50 pips, can be 150 pips, depending on the conditions. It's Alex's fault. Alex's fault on asking me about repositioning. Blame Alex. Right, so what is the price going? We're going to close up in about 5 minutes. So I get 5 minutes to get ready for the guys in the Vanguard in the Q&A. Just check in with them. The Q&A is going to be changing from next month. It's going to be at, it looks like it's going to be at 1 UK time. That was the most people want it to be happening. How can I do that? Let's see. Okay, that's there. So what's the plan here? Now that if you put the discounted price on this, it's a lot higher, right? So it's a lot higher than where we originally had it, around the 61.8. So now this is becoming a bit of an OTE, right? An OTE, if you change this to the ICT lingo, ICT OTE entry, that 79 is sitting on that fair value gap. So that will be interesting to keep an eye on. I'm still going long in this area here for sure. I don't think we're going below 126 today. I might be wrong, we'll see. That 127 has been reached. Corpez, I'm about to board the Eurostar. We'll try and connect, and listen in at least. Good stuff. Let's see. There's a little bit of reaction now happening on the 50%. I still haven't reached into that gap. The 8 cap gap. How big do you think your account size should be to be able to reposition? Right, I don't think it's about account size. It's about account rules. And what profit you want to make. Obviously, you can put, if I trade with 0.1, obviously my account can be easily traded with repositioning. However, my profits is just going to be like $10. However, if I have an account where it's I don't know, 1.2 million, and I can trade with a 5 lot, then that can be done. It's all down to your daily drawdown. That's why eventually I want to trade my own capital, because then I can trade it as much as I want, as I like. And that's going to be my new strategy, is whatever profits I take out, instead of leaving the buffer inside, because it won't make sense, I'll just be, if the bootcamp sticks with the 3% daily drawdown, I'll just leave the daily drawdown in there, because that's going to close it anyway, and then I'll take the rest and create a new account with a separate broker and create my own account, if that makes sense. Right. So before we close, just to give you an insight of what I'm looking for price to come back down here. If it goes back down here, then I will be looking to trade it back up here to that midnight open. How far is that? That must be really, really nice. 113 pips, not bad. I don't think we're going below 126. We'll see. I might be wrong. I'm going to be here tomorrow and we'll check it out. All right, guys, I'm going to need some time to set up the other meeting for the Vanguard lot. as always, it has been great trading alongside you. Nice to see some familiar faces and names. And I really appreciate today. Look at that, guys. 113 people in, 110 likes. I really appreciate that. And Damianos, that's another Greek name. Will price go to 12722? 22. I hope so. I hope so. That's very specific. Fred, nice to see you as well. And guys, I will be live tomorrow 9. It will be a longer session tomorrow. We'll do a 3-hour session. And trade safe. Make sure that you don't oversize around news. However, it is August, so it can be a bit forgiving. And I'll where is that? Make the cool outro, and I'll see you next time.